What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 147 of the Clever and Original Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kody Misialek. Alongside me, the man with a plan, Jayden Reinhart.
Yeah, I'm here and on this podcast. Maybe an hour late, but that's fine.
We are
Also, happy belated birthday, Grandma, if you're watching this. I don't know if you're probably not watching this, but if you are.
And JJ is over here. This is JJ, and he's totally just
feeling it.
Yeah, feeling it.
Look at
moving.
I'm feeling through the ether.
The ether.
with my
Do you
mind.
feel any spirits? Are they talking to you?
Yeah, they're fucking boring though. They're just normal.
Are they like? Hey, is that like dead people?
Yeah, I mean they
Yeah.
spent most of their lives working jobs and eating food. So
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's the afterlife?
I mean, that's just
That's what they did.
Yeah,
right?
that's like all.
Oh,
I
I
don't really
see
have
what
a
you're
whole lot else to talk about, you know.
That's true. I thought you were saying
It's
like
kinda
after
boring.
you die, like you're still working a job.
Is there any reason why your
Just
eyes
continue.
are closed?
Because I started it that way, and so I don't know
You
when
gotta
I'm
commit.
I don't know when I'm stopping. But I'm just gonna keep doing it for now.
We totally didn't do the lighting because
Yeah, we didn't.
I could do it on the podcast.
No.
You're
Okay.
fuck- yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah, it's
you're fine. This episode's
Okay.
ruined.
It's bright. That's why my eyes are closed, because it's bright.
Is that
It's
actually?
so bright now.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That was yeah.
I'm
So if you haven't
saying-
listened to us before, we are the Clever and Original Podcast. We talk about comic book movie type stuff and video game type stuff, particularly in that order.
Yeah.
Well, let's get on with it. Spider-Man, this Homecoming sequel, is the first movie to happen after Avengers 4. It's coming out next year. And
Oh, yeah, it is.
there are reports now that the villains that are going to be there are Michael Keaton is returning as the Vulture.
Interesting. All right.
And not only that, but the new villain will be Mysterio, played by Jake Gyllenhaal.
All right. I dig it. Mysterio's cool.
It's gonna be Mysterio's a really cool like villain. Probably one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. One of my favorite, anyways. They're all really cool. But it's gonna be more interesting, I think, to see like Michael Keaton's obviously the character he plays, like reaction, because now he knows so much about Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's still like a villain,
Kind of.
I guess, but like a nice villain.
Yeah.
Who? Michael Keaton?
Michael
Yeah.
Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean, he's like
that relationship that he has with Spider-Man now is gonna be really weird,
Well, it's like
Yeah.
because he's
right?
like a good dad, right? I
Yeah.
mean, he's a good husband. Like the only thing that's wrong is like the means to get to that, right?
But, like he knows who Spider-Man
like stealing
is.
the stuff and
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's really only Spider-Man just gets in his way, sort of thing, right?
Mhm.
basically.
Like he's like, he's fine and he's not gonna go after Spider-Man, but he's like, don't get in my way
Mhm.
with the gun point like in front of him, and like
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting for sure. I think that's like what I'm most excited about with the sequel, is just their interaction. Like Mysterio's gonna be cool, obviously.
Yeah, I really like the idea of Mysterio. think I've mentioned, I'm not sure if it was on this podcast or just with friends, but I think like it would be I always thought it would be a really cool idea, because with Infinity War and Avengers 4, whatever happens, so much is changing, in the world, right?
Mhm.
Like aliens are coming or whatever, half the people just disappeared, right? Oh, spoilers. If you haven't seen Infinity War, but if you,
Yeah.
I mean, you listen to us, so you probably have seen it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Also, it's already been spoiled on the internet, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
by-
that's
by
I
fucked.
don't
It's been
I
spoiled
don't
by
like that
memes
idea,
alone.
because it's like, okay, there's some people who actually do avoid that stuff, and I don't want to be the person to do that.
Yeah,
but
right.
anyway,
memes do it though a little bit.
yeah. But anyway, what I was saying was, with all the stuff that's happening, I think Mysterio is really cool, because, special effects person who kind of like messes with people's perception. Would be a really cool idea right after Avengers 4, because assumingly there's going to be like aliens and a bunch of stuff happening, weird stuff that's happened since, this big event, that it's a great way to play on what would be the public's fear right after all these major things just happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I guess, we've already kind of spoiled some stuff, so maybe needless to say, but my next comment here has a lot of spoilers. With the sequel being announced, we know Spider-Man's coming back.
Of course.
Because he died, and now he's coming back, I guess. I know they said not everyone's coming back or whatever.
I think
that means like it's more likely that all the people who faded away are coming back than just Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, it feels like everyone who faded away, who died because of the snap.
Yeah, that's what
and Gamora
are probably coming back.
Yeah, are probably
I would imagine
in the Soul
Gamora's.
Stone theory.
Well, she probably is. He could see her.
Yeah,
he could
sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
There isn't whether that was in the Soul Stone or what, but
yeah.
Anyway,
anyway,
seemed like it. It was in the same sort of plane that it looked
as the
orange.
one where he popped out of it when he got it. Yeah, I think all those people are probably going to come back. However,
Loki and the Gatekeeper and
Loki,
Heimdall.
Vision are dead.
Yeah.
Like dead.
Well, Vision could be the
theoretically he
other
could come
one.
back because he's
not Vision.
He's
the
android. He's an android. So it's possible that they could bring Vision back, but I think he's dead.
Do you think Tony Stark made a backup copy of him?
It's
like a USB flash drive.
It's not. He is based off Jarvis and Ultron, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that's in there that's different is like the Mind Stone, which I would not trust with him again because clearly he can't protect it. But anyway, it seems like people who didn't die are liable to die, and also I think I'm not sure it's gonna play out as we expect, simply because Infinity War did not play out as anyone expected. I don't think.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting. Obviously it's a Spider-Man movie, so he's coming back.
Right.
He's got to come back, but we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see how it's all done, I guess. And then we'll see how Mysterio does as a villain. We already know Vulture's going to be good.
Yeah, and there was hints of the Scorpion in the post-credits scene for Spider-Man Homecoming. So I wonder if they're trying to build up the Sinister Six, which I know Sony was really trying to do before when they had the Amazing Spider-Man thing with Andrew Garfield. And so it's is that something they're building up maybe for Spider-Man 3 or 4?
I can see that.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
So yeah, because it seems like Sony really wants to do that.
And they're kind of starting from the opposite end this time. A lot of villains that we haven't seen any Spider-Man movie yet. So,
So yeah, looks interesting. I'm excited about Mysterio coming in. Probably one of my favorite, and the one I wanted next.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing. Also, surprise Michael Keaton's coming back. Yeah, moving on. Black Panther 2. It sounds like Ryan Coogler is back to direct. Reportedly, he is in talks with both Donald Glover and Michael B. Jordan to come in for Black Panther 2. Now, spoilers for Black Panther. Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan's character, died at the end.
Yeah. So. Wait a minute. Maybe. Hold on. I could see some. Okay. If he's back, right? I'm thinking about something that kind of nuts that might happen. So like they're able to bring people back, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they inadvertently end up bringing people back that they didn't intend to bring back,
Okay.
who shouldn't have been brought back, like dead villains from the past, be it like Killmonger, like what other villains have like died?
Well, you got Ronan.
That could happen. Ultron.
Let's see. I guess Loki.
Yeah, but I don't think
he's kind of a villain. He's weird.
I have the feeling they're leaving him dead, because of how old his character is.
Malekith, but no one cares.
No one gives a shit about Malekith. So no one never.
I mean,
They can farm
Red
him.
Skull isn't dead.
No,
so,
Red Skull's not. Actually, there's very few dead. Ones.
Let's
very
see.
few
There's
dead villains.
Doctor Caecilius, I guess. Does he count?
From Doctor Strange.
Cross, Yellow Jacket.
Yeah.
From Ant-Man.
Are there any villains that have...
Ego, the Living Planet.
Oh yeah. Fuck, you'd be back. Are there any villains that would have been historically dead for a while?
Theoretically, you could bring back some
like anyone who's been dead.
You could
Well,
bring
like,
back some like ancient fucking evil.
Obadiah
people.
Stane. Well, I mean, actually, there's quite a bit. So you got we're gonna go through here. All right.
Yeah.
Obadiah Stane, who's Ironmonger.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2, Whiplash died. Thor, I don't think anyone died.
I don't think so.
You have Avengers, no one really died.
They're gonna bring back Quicksilver.
Iron Man 3, Killian, the Extremis guy.
Yeah.
Malekith, Winter Soldier, Robert Redford's character. Guardians of the Galaxy, Ronan.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one of the bigger ones. Ultron.
Because they can do that thing they do in a lot of animes where it's like late into the franchise and like something happens and they gotta fight all of them again at the same time.
So there's that, and then you've got Caecilius, Yellow Jacket, Ego, I guess Hela, but it's kind of weird because she's like the goddess of death, right? So she would just be sent to hell. She would just be sent to hell, right?
The question would be, is she like actually dead?
Right.
Like, who knows?
Does it count?
Yeah, because we see Asgard blow up with her on it,
right?
But like nothing ever seemed to actually be able to damage her,
right?
Like really?
Well, like Surtur is like the most powerful being in this realm and that realm, right?
Yeah.
Reality, whatever.
Yeah.
So like I feel like if anyone could kill her, it was him.
Yeah. I could
even though Thor completely easily just like handled Surtur.
Yeah.
So kind of weird. I guess you can't. Can you do the law of what is it? Relations?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
But
but yeah. So those people are dead.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I guess that's possible.
Yeah.
But I want to see new villains.
Yeah, but this would be like a thing where they fight them all at once in one movie.
And they die again.
Yeah, they like put them all back.
I mean, that could happen in like a Secret Wars sort of thing, right?
That'd be nuts. I'd love that. That'd be great.
Or what if like they're brought back, like all these people who had died, and then there's like a war because of it.
Yeah.
And that's like the
like
message.
A secret one.
Like But yeah. They're getting Donald Glover for this too, huh?
Yeah,
Damn,
I'm not sure.
He's in fucking everything now.
He's in a lot of Marvel movies.
It sounds like he would be
weird.
playing the other villain, or the main villain, I guess.
Okay, he'd be playing
or
the
whatever.
villain. Interesting.
Could be that he brings him back by some like ritual too, maybe.
Yeah. I don't think that's likely, but I don't know. I don't think there are any rituals that bring people back from the dead.
Hey man, a
That
necromancer's just a really late doctor.
Mm-hmm. Think about it. We could have a
Roll it
random
up.
answer.
Well,
Why not?
When are we getting? We need fucking like the Captain America, but British. I don't remember.
Captain Britain,
Yeah, we need Captain Britain right now.
Captain UK.
Fuck.
or was it Jack Flag too? I know there's like a couple of them.
Yeah, we'll get that. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I'd like it.
there was. I remember seeing this somewhere, but something along the lines of like a Captain Britain TV show.
Okay, I'd like that. Put it on BBC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it would be interesting to see how they bring back Killmonger.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I mean, it's coming back some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Or
I
it could,
mean,
I don't know, is it
or
with
maybe a
flashbacks?
flashback.
Maybe it's just all flashbacks.
Or like it
Oh,
could
yeah.
be
in like the spirit,
the
spirit thing.
Or they see
where,
like
where he
their
goes under.
relatives.
Yeah, they
Maybe
see
Maybe he's
the-
there for some reason.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he is like a cousin, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Basically, like dead Jedi,
Mhm.
Sorta.
Space ghosts,
space ghosts.
right.
except not space ghosts, coast to
Yeah.
coast. You know, not
Right.
that.
Just Wakanda ghosts.
Different ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghost Jedi, Force ghosts. That's what they're called.
Ghost.
Force ghosts. Yes,
The Revolution.
the Force ghosts.
All right. Yeah. Moving on. Speaking of Jedi, I guess it's not Jedi, but it's Star Wars. There is a Boba Fett solo film coming out. It is going to be directed by James Mangold, the writer and director of Logan and The Wolverine. He will write and direct this film, which is a Star Wars story, you know, the sort of spin-off things that they've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Rogue One and just the one that came out this past week, Solo.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's been nothing yet revealed on plot details or anything else. So,
All right.
thoughts on this? I guess there was reportedly a Boba Fett film made by Josh Trank, but he was dropped out in 2015.
It's gonna be canceled just like the video game. Everyone's gonna be really sad.
Star Wars,
The bounty hunter.
was it
What was it
14?
13.
Yep.
I was close. Yeah.
They canceled the only one that looked good.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
like
because
the only.
Disney bought them.
It's like the
Shit.
only Star Wars game that looked good.
Disney bought them and just destroyed the studio.
Way to go,
Yeah.
Disney.
And then we got Battlefront 2. Or no, that was
Well,
we
yeah,
got
we got
Battlefront
Front.
1.
Battlefront and
Battlefront.
Battlefront 2, despite there already being games with those exact same titles.
Yeah. Which happened to not be trash also.
Instead of
Yeah.
calling it Battlefront, you could have called it like the front part of the battlefield.
How about
Or you could have
loot
just
boxes?
Or you could have just did what Marvel does, right? There's Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, and there's Amazing Spider-Man.
There you go.
You know, just
The
give
amazing-
a subtitle to everything.
The amazing
Yeah.
Battlefront.
Instead, I guess you could have called it Battlefront 3, or you could have just given it a subtitle.
The super cool Battlefront.
Battlefront, the
front of
search for more money.
Yep.
That'd be a good one.
But yeah, Boba Fett. Thoughts on James Mangold directing and writing?
Yeah.
Did a good job on Logan.
Boba Fett?
I'm down.
Enjoyed that movie, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot, so I'm down.
Boba
I'm
Fett.
totally down.
Yeah,
Give me that
I like
Boba
the
Fett.
idea of James Mangold.
Give me that.
But I guess this is more in line with more Disney and Lucasfilm. It's like, can we get something that's completely different
Yeah.
instead of all this same stuff?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm kind of tired of the same old, same old.
Yeah.
It makes money, I guess.
Well,
I mean, it's Star Wars. It was gonna make money.
Star Wars
anyway.
makes money.
It's true.
Although Solo apparently didn't have that good of an opening weekend.
No.
Yeah. Like, all right, but not like crazy, like record breaking, like other Star Wars films.
Yeah, I think. I mean, people are so attached to Harrison Ford as Han Solo.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely am. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
So like, I can see, like, I don't know. I've said I didn't want this movie at all, and I feel like
I didn't want
there
Rogue
were,
One either. I did
there
enjoy
were
Rogue One.
is at least a noticeable part of the population that agreed with that sentiment.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
but yeah, Solo. Haven't seen that yet, but
I
I
do
need to see that soon.
for sure.
And when we do, we'll probably have stuff to talk about. Maybe.
Assuming it's good.
Yes.
And
Or
interesting.
Well, I mean,
bad.
if it's bad, I'll have more
I'll
to
still
say.
have
That's
stuff
true.
to say.
The worse
But
it
I
is,
guess
the more I have to say.
As long as it
usually.
has content. As long as it has content.
So that does it for the movie type stuff this week. Let's
Yeah.
get on to some video game type stuff this week. Battlefield 5 was announced and had a reveal trailer. And it's set in World War II. And we all saw it. What are our thoughts
Unless
on
Jay.
this?
I don't know if Jay
No,
saw
I
it.
did.
Okay. I mean, looks like Battlefield. I'll have fun with it. It's World War II. Cool. I like, graphics are nice. World War II, shooting things,
I'm
flying planes.
So question: Does the next Xbox 5? Since they go from 1 to 5.
I hate everything.
Just kidding, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Battlefield game.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get it. I don't know. It's nothing to do with how good Battlefield 5 looks, but it's just too much of the same. I've played this game for like 20
Too
years.
many women.
Yeah, there's too many women in this trailer. No,
I can't believe people are saying that.
There's
But-
one, but that's too many.
it feels like I've played Battlefield as a series for like 30 years. Obviously, I haven't been alive that long. but-
No.
Yeah.
Has
Like
it even been around 30 years?
No,
No,
I'm
not
exaggerating a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's felt like I've been playing this game for a while, just in
Well,
different
Battlefield-
scenarios, and it's getting kind of boring.
Battlefield 3
Yeah.
came out in
2012.
2012. And I guess I didn't play any Battlefield games. Actually, I played Bad Company, but that was different.
Yeah, that's a very different game.
I
So,
don't remember. I
6
didn't
years,
play
I guess.
Battlefield 2 or anything. So
Mm.
6 years.
Singing the same song for 10 years.
I don't know. I think
mean-
they're different. Battlefield 1
they're-
felt different.
I mean, they all feel different in the.
They're still
Like,
they're still Battlefield games.
Right.
But there's
you
It's the same
So
point
it's
capturing, vehicle use, loadouts.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's the same, but I mean, a lot of the other stuff is different.
It's
Like a
like-
lot of the
yeah,
minutia is different. How the things feel and function.
A
That's
little.
just generally the thing with sequels, though. Right?
Yeah.
And it's more of the items in the game than the game itself. They're running it on the same engine, right?
Well,
I don't know.
Frostbite, but different iterations
Is
of
it
Frostbite.
Frostbite.
I don't
It's
know
like-
which Frostbite
think it's
it is.
Three or four. I don't remember.
But
Yeah.
in any case, to me, it just looks like it's going to be another Battlefield game. And I'm not that excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, I like these quite a
I'm
bit.
I
Probably
think
not gonna
Battlefield
get it.
is except for Halo, it's my shooter, the one that I'll go to.
I suppose.
So
Yeah, I like
I'm
those
excited.
I'm excited for the new operations mode because that I essentially played that exclusively in
Looks like
Battlefield 1.
Frostbite 3.
If it comes on fucking Games Pass.
Nah, it won't.
Okay.
It'd be on EA Access if it was on anything
Right.
at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck EA. That's another reason not to get it.
Supposedly they will not have
Oh yeah. Also, the maps
loot
are free.
boxes
and
or
there's
at
no
least
loot boxes.
randomized loot boxes.
Yeah, and the maps are free. There's no premium. There's no
That's cool. Oh, they're not doing premium anymore.
Yeah, the map packs are free.
Oh, that's cool.
No. Yeah.
But you know what that means? There's gonna be hella optional customization in terms of appearances and skins and
Well,
shit.
I know.
So
can I make myself a freak of nature?
I know
Yes,
before, even
purple
in
skin,
Battlefield,
green hair.
even in
Maybe not that
Battlefield
crazy.
3,
yeah.
they had DLC or paid, where you could pay to complete a whole class.
Oh yeah, you could always do that.
Yeah,
You can
like
unlock all of
that.
the
That's
weapons
like
by
never
paying for
been
them
like
if you want. But
I mean, that's the very definition of pay to win.
not
No,
really,
I
because the none of the weapons are really like.
I think it's different
overpowered, if
than
that
like.
makes sense.
I think it's different than like Battlefront to an extent, because like the thing is
You're
like
not
they're
better. Like you
Right.
all have all of the basic, like all of the same things. It's
Like-
just like
like the stuff is fairly similar and it's more balanced just because it's so big and spread out. But like it's not like strictly better, right? I think they're better at some things and worse at others. Obviously there are some that are better than others, but like I don't think you're at a major disadvantage for not doing that.
as long as if you're like good at the game at all, you're like in any sense.
That's another thing too. I'm shit at console shooters. I haven't played.
I mean, it is a PC.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
I mean, they've mainly they almost have always focused on PC, right?
Yeah,
Have they?
Yeah,
Battlefield was
Battlefield's like
mainly a PC game.
for a while. Yeah,
I mean, it's on console, but like I think their focus is PC.
it's where a lot of their players are. So
Well,
I mean,
they
they
did
have
a
a
very
lot of
good
players.
job on Battlefield 3. I remember being fucking in browser. That
Yeah.
was trash. Ugh, that was awful to deal with.
Yeah, I don't know. They did that for a while for some reason. They
EA, man.
they
I don't
did
know
like
what
in
they're doing.
browser for the server shit.
It's gross.
Really
But-
weird, but yeah. I don't know. Seems interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Um,
a lot of skins. So
About like a 3 out of 7.
be
Oh,
prepared.
World War II is also, I guess, interesting just because.
Well, I mean, we're going through one of those cycles
just
where
like-
everyone's sick of the modern shooters, so they're going back to they're doing like let's pull let's do World War One because like no one does that, and it was like, oh cool, like no one's
Right.
actually ever done that really before, except for like indie games that like 1,000 people play on the internet,
Mhm.
like Verdun or something, and then. Then it's like, oh shit, Call of Duty's going back to World War II. Let's cash in on the nostalgia. It's like, then they're going to do it, and then something else is going to happen. And no one gives a shit about the future settings anymore. Most of those were bad. So,
Question: Has there ever been a FPS based in like Vietnam or like Korea?
well, yeah, Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam DLC.
Oh, I guess I never played the
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah.
Or
That was
even
based
heard
in
of it, I
Vietnam.
guess.
It's like
Huh.
a new campaign and a
Okay.
bunch of new weapons and shit. That's what it was. So that was like years and that was before Battlefield 3. So
Right.
that was like 2011 or 10 or something. There has been.
They haven't
just
made
not-
a Bad Company game in a while.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd like that.
Yeah.
I'd like that again. But
Yeah. Everything's going to the old stuff.
yeah, they'll do that for a few years and then do something else.
Mm-hmm. All right. That sounds like that for that topic. Moving on to the final topic, Microsoft. It's reportedly, or the rumors are floating around, that they might unify Xbox Live and Gold and Xbox Game Pass into one service. So if you don't know, Xbox Live Gold, you pay, a subscription fee, and then you get access to online multiplayer, I think parties. I'm not sure if that was in silver or whatever.
I don't remember. I've
Just
almost
bunch
never
basically,
not had gold, so I have no idea
right.
what's in.
You get access to basically the online services that Xbox gives you with Xbox Live, and then merging it with Xbox Game Pass, which is a more recent thing, which we've talked about on here before, which is a subscription for similar to like Netflix, being able to play a select amount of games as long as you pay the subscription. So yeah, it looks like rumor is that they're going to unify them after E3 this year. What are your thoughts on this potentially happening?
I mean, that could happen. I could see that.
It'd be awesome. Yeah, I mean, I just recently got Game Pass, but just the idea of like
It just being like a
One thing.
$10 for all these games, and I mean, friend of mine was arguing, but like, yeah, but eventually you'd be paying way more than what it would be to just buy every game or whatever. And first off, that'd be a long time.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, if they did any kind of rotation, it'd be fine. I mean, it's 100 games. Like, that's a lot of games.
I'm just curious how much, what the pricing would be and how they would do it, because it would be obvious to be more than Games Pass is now. Because
Games Pass is how much a month?
$10.
$10 a month.
$120 a year. Gold is $60 a year.
Right.
So
I would say
if they literally,
I mean, I think they could do $10.
If they literally combined
because like the thing is like,
it'd be
or they could
15
just do 15
a month.
Yeah.
They could do that. Although I think having it a little less.
Although I would assume I guess I don't know. I don't know how servers work and everything, but I feel like it would be cheaper now after all these years.
Well, and
that's just the general trajectory of things. That things get cheaper over time after more things.
I mean, they're probably making a lot of money too by all these, like, because they're getting paid. Microsoft is to put these developers' games on their service. And so they're probably making. I imagine
I'm pretty sure
they're right?
I'm pretty sure they're paying the developers to put the games on their service.
Or is their money coming from then? Just the subscription fee?
Yeah. I mean, it's more than it's probably a lot more than what. It's like, that's what all the other streaming services do. Like Netflix only makes money from your subscriptions. Spotify. If you're not a free users have ads, but they only make money off of
I mean, you can't have ads in a video.
Right. But it's like but the subscription service pays the people who produce the content in order for them to have it.
It'll probably be $15 then. I don't expect they'd want to take too much of a cut, right?
Yeah, well, from like what they make
there's
from
only
gold.
so low they can go before they're not making money. If they're paying all these people to be on their service. And to that extent too.
I mean, like then I don't think that like because like it depends on how much that costs them to run Xbox Live Gold, or just Xbox Live. I'm just gonna say Xbox Live. No one has silver.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I suppose, yeah.
It's like it's a subscription service. I can almost guarantee you they make money off it, even with paying it. I think the fees are a lot lower than you think they are.
Right. I have a friend who owns a server.
Right.
The fees, I mean, it's a small server, but it's relatively cheap.
Like, I mean, for the games.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, they're getting it at a discounted price compared to the rest of us.
Right. That's,
Because
they're buying in bulk and...
Well, yeah, and they're selling it to us.
Yeah.
It's like Walmart gets games cheaper than we do because they're buying it so that they can sell it. And so that would be the same with Microsoft with the subscription thing. So I think I don't think it would have to dramatically increase. I think $15 is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I think just combining the two and do or I guess that would be combining the two.
Yeah, that would literally just be combining the two straight
I feel like you could even do less than that. I think you could do like 12.
13.
But I guess another thought of mine too is like my Steam library, for example. I own a lot of games.
Yeah.
And I've already like reached the part of my life. Like I've played like maybe 30%. I think I saw on like that statistics thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already like played enough of my library where I don't feel like I'm going to play the rest.
Yeah. Sure, but that doesn't matter.
At this point, I'm only playing new games that I buy.
Like, do you watch everything on Netflix?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, no one's going to play every game on Games Pass.
Sure. Yeah.
So to keep people subscribing, they're going to have to either keep adding games
or
rotate games.
I mean, they do that though.
And that's going to cost them more money, right?
No.
To put new games on there?
Because when they rotate games, they don't have to pay anymore.
Also, rotating games could upset people.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it could.
Like, oh, this is my favorite game. It's the only place I've played.
I mean,
but like the thing is, like,
this is the reality of the situation.
I mean, people get upset when movies leave Netflix, but like people still have Netflix. Like, I mean, like because new stuff comes on and you play with that.
And I mean, I guess at some point they're probably going to be making games for Games Pass. if that makes sense. Like games that don't come out on disc. It just comes out on Games Pass.
And also, you can just put a bunch of older games like they do right now, like that are a hell of a lot cheaper. Like I guess I don't see what the hang up is on the price. I guess
I don't know. I mean, I've obviously never run a big company, so it's not like I'm some kind of like expert on how much it's going to cost. But I don't know. Maybe they can go real cheap on it, but they're not taking a loss on it. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, they could.
Yeah, they theoretically could.
I mean, if they want, you want to create more market share compared to like PlayStation, they could. I mean, they sold Xbox Ones at a loss when they first launched. That's what companies do with like their consoles, or they used to at least. Nintendo isn't, but like they do it to get more market share, and so it's very possible they could be doing that.
They'd have to make money somewhere then, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, they make money by people being on the platform. They sell ads on Xbox,
and they sell and games as well. But
right.
It's just not everything is on Games Pass. In fact, most things are not on Games Pass. So, like new multi-plat titles are like not on Games Pass, and they make money off of every one of those you buy. So,
yeah, I mean, we're not gonna know anything till E3.
Yeah,
of course, but it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be over 10, but less than 15 a month.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was just 15.
Well, yeah, but then it would just be like, because it'd be a little weird in that situation, because it's like it changes nothing whatsoever in a positive way for the people who already have Games Pass, and anyone who doesn't have Games Pass right now, who just has gold, has to pay more money.
Yeah,
so it's like it's
so I think they almost have to do it cheaper to like not alienate people. I think like if they did $10,
that would work, I guess. It depends how much what it costs for them, but you know, they know that better than any of us.
I think I think it's a situation where they maybe start at 10. Maybe they even drop it below 10. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but I think that's possible. Just to get people involved, and then over time they increase it.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Seems like that's the more likely thing. But yeah, those two might be one now. That is for the news this week. Let's get on to some juice. Battlefield 5 is going to World War II. Call of Duty went to World War II. Battlefield went to World War I. Bunch of settings, historical settings, or other settings. Which setting would you like for an FPS?
I think like Korea would be kind of interesting, or Vietnam. Either of those would be interesting to do a little more of. World War II, but not involving America whatsoever. Like in a completely different part of the conflict, like China, Japan, or like Italy versus other things around the area, stuff like that, or like Sweden. I think it wasn't Sweden. Finland, Russia, for instance. Even though that's not technically World War II, it's around then.
Right.
But, like stuff that isn't
Germany.
Yeah, stuff that isn't stuff that we don't see like every time. Because like almost every World War II game, it's like they run you through just the basic like things everybody sees in movies,
Right.
It's like, oh shit, another fucking Normandy invasion.
Oh, man.
What do you know?
It's the Western and like
Western Front from
and what's the Western influence? The U.S. U.S. was a major factor, and all these developers are American sort of thing.
Yeah,
like we never see any sort of Asian conflict, except for U.S. Japan,
Yeah.
But you know, it would be
and
really
even
cool.
then, very little.
Yeah.
I've been playing Hearts of Iron 4,
Yeah.
and I'm playing.
Oh, you
with
got
the
that
mod.
game?
Yeah.
Which mod are you in? Did you get Kaiserreich? 'Cause that one's like, that one's good, except it fucking like I got to a point, it started crashing hella on me. But yeah. Continue.
If you've played the mod, you'll know that eventually you'll see the U.S. splitting up into like 7 factions.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Because it's
That'd
like
be
a
really
third
cool.
civil war. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, if there
Civil
was like,
War,
alternate history, basic setup
So
for
like
this, it's like
Wolfenstein.
it's alternate history of World War II, but the cause of it is alternate history of World War One, where the Germany and its allies win. So the Kaiser is still in power.
That's interesting.
And like all this other shit's happening. America is like in horrible like decline because of a bunch of debt that they got from like the war and other stuff. And Britain is communist, France is communist, Russia is like a fragile democracy at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And
How is Russia a democracy?
because the German Empire defeated the revolution,
Okay.
and
Alright.
so
It's really cool.
and
like,
then
that would be awesome.
yeah, that'd be nice.
FPS.
And then America eventually, a civil war happens. There's like the
on
communists,
like 7 fronts.
the communists, the fascists, and like normal America,
and
and then California, Hawaii, and some other things break off. And
Hawaii just becomes Hawaii.
at some point, yeah.
It's
If the
its
Pacific
own
if the
fucking
Pacific
country.
states get defeated, Hawaii just
Yeah.
it's like fuck you guys, we're free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the one I played, actually, some weird treaty happened, and New England became its own country. Like New York, Maine, all those other states became its own country, allied with Canada, which was where the British monarchy lived, because they had to
Okay.
flee when the communists took over. So,
Yeah, it's wild.
so that'd be a cool like
something where no one like
alternate
Could-
World War II setting.
yeah.
You could just do
I
whatever
like
you want.
historical fiction. It'd be awesome.
You could just do whatever you want too, because it's
Right.
not like it's like real. So like the
Yeah.
stories you tell, you could just do whatever the fuck you wanted
Yeah.
to. You know,
Right.
Make
know?
it some crazy
And
technology.
if people
like-
got upset, it'd be like, "Fuck you! It's alternate."
Yeah,
history."
alternate history.
Yeah.
You can't fucking.
Yeah, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Don't have to be accurate to anything,
Yeah,
bitch.
that'd be cool. Like, that's something I don't think these games have done a whole lot of.
Right.
The only ones where it's really happened, where like weird things are going on, is like future sort of settings,
Right.
like Call of Duty Ghosts. Bleh, horrible game,
Yeah.
but that one's an example. Or stuff like that. Black Ops games.
I mean, I suppose with like actual history, it's a lot easier to storyboard.
oh yeah, you just
You
take
just fucking look at a book and be like,
You just-
okay, this is what happened.
event happened. Let's make it fun to run through.
Yeah, now you're this guy and this event is happening.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it's a little easier, I think.
yeah, any kind of
Yeah.
alternative history would take a lot more work for sure to like come up with that universe. But I mean, that's part of the fun of making a video game, making your own world. Like,
Yeah.
making the actual world can suck.
Yeah. Oh, you should have you got the Fallout mod for that?
No.
There's a Fallout mod, and you can like play as like, I don't know, Caesar's Legion, Brotherhood of Steel, etc. It's like the whole West Coast.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
Um,
should get that. But yeah, that'd be I'd like, if they're doing a historical setting again for any of these games, like Vietnam, Korea, or it'd be weird, but Civil War would be like a good Civil War game.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that History Channel one that I played a
Yeah.
lot of to get achievements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Civil War would be interesting.
Be a little touchy though.
Oh,
Better
no.
watch out! People would freak the fuck out about everything.
Yeah, man.
Literally everyone
Yeah.
would be angry.
Yeah,
Everyone.
Confederates, and obviously they'd be the bad guys.
Yeah. People be like, no, they just lose their
Confederacy
shit.
was about
They the bad guys.
Confederacy was about states' rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, states' rights to have slaves. But yeah, I think Civil War would be cool. I don't know. I was thinking like Revolution, but that would kind of suck for an FPS. It just stand in line, I guess, unless I guess if you made it more like alternate.
Yeah. How about we do some like crazier alternate history, like insane shit has happened. Okay, like you go back in time. This is nuts. Okay, you give several groups AKs. All right, you give before the Pilgrims land. You give the natives AKs, the Native Americans AKs.
Shit.
Okay, you do that. You give the Chinese AKs, and you give Poland AKs.
Okay.
And you just fast forward 100 years.
Well,
and see what everything looks like. It'd be pretty fun.
I don't even know how that would look.
Jesus.
It'd be nuts. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just make it up. You know?
Make up shit as you go.
Poland would be like the biggest country in the world. That happened in one of my... Like, speaking of Hearts of Iron, that happened in one of my games. They defeated the Soviet Union and annexed their entire territory. So on the map, it was just Poland. I was like, well, that's a little concerning. It's like, yep, Poland is the most powerful country on earth. What do you know?
Yeah.
Those damn Poles, they're really moving up in the world.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Fun stuff, though.
Yeah. All right, then seems to do it for us on this episode of the Clever and Original Podcast. Jay, if you wanted to find you on the social media sphere, where can they do that?
You want to look for me, go to Twitter and find me at Jayden Reinhart.
And JJ, where can people find you?
Find me Twitter, JJ Larson 107.
And you can find me at Kody Misialek on Twitter. You can find us all at Clever_Original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to us each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll catch you next week, guys, in episode 148.